to like show some of the best teams in the world really means testing Lifestealer to see if he's a valuable hero or not.
For sure. And, oh man, I actually hate that courier, the one that's running around, the speed demon one.
The demon.
I hate that one. He's so creepy. Look at him. Look at this little guy. Ah.
You know what freaks me
All
out?
right, don't show me that production. Why are you doing this?
Like happy trail from his belly button down and up. That part makes
why would you look at that? Purge, no.
His belly is right. His belly's right there. It bounces around. How do you not look at it?
Oh God, no. Let's focus on literally anything else.
Wasn't that one of the first couriers? It was like one of the first 10 or something like that.
I'm not 100% sure.
I guess you probably weren't playing way back in the olden days like us, but...
I mean, I am like 3 million years older than you all, but no, I did not start playing Dota right at the start, unfortunately. Did take a TI or two before I started to get interested, but here I am now. Bounties are picked up. Seems like a pretty good start so far for Nigma.
So looking like it'll be pretty standard builds from everybody. Enigma's going for Necro 1, of course, to deny creeps. Brewmaster, with his Ring of Protection, is basically signaling that he's going to go for a fast earn like you normally see. And this is what basically makes Brew support feel good. You max out Cinder Brew, you throw Cinder Brew, and use an earn charge to proc that, so you can still basically feel impact in the skirmishes without being in melee range.
Now, everyone's eyes are on mind control, right? This seems to be the big consensus, is that he absolutely has to win this lane, not die too many times. And again, they don't have the greatest solutions for dealing with the Eidolons, but what do we need to watch for specifically?
Basically, it's how many Eidolons do they kill in response is the big thing. So I think that'll be the impactful thing. Because he's going to be denying creep or experience and gold from his opponent. So if he can't, if he loses Eidolons, then it's going to offset that, and then Lifestealer will have it about normal game. But he still has good matchups, so it's like I don't think he's going to die here, probably. He could always like TP out if things get bad, for example. So it shouldn't be that bad, but maybe that lane will be boring. We'll see. Top lane's the fun one.
Now they're already trading some hits back and forth. Kuro with the battery assault, of course, and just trying to find that perfect fissure. But again, Clockwork very, very tanky early on, but Death Prophet also very survivable with that Spirit Siphon.
And she's fast. 335 movement speed is huge. Her right-click damage is solid. She doesn't have to worry as much about Monkey King running her down because of this. And if she gets boots, it'll be still the same situation.
Kuro with the wraparound play, though. Follow up with Boundless. Toby taking a lot of damage, but Aramis responds with his own Fissure and Kind. They'll turn back around, put a little bit more damage over here onto Kuroki. Toby does have to be careful that he doesn't go too low, but does have a salve, of course, in his inventory, so can just heal right back up again, or he can just eat a couple trees.
Yep, that was a great trade for Kuro. He'll have to use
bottom lane,
but absolutely worth it.
GH, I guess, was playing up a little far here. Took a decent chunk of damage.
He didn't even use Dive. He's fine. That was 2 spells out of the Brewmaster, the Cinder and Thunderclaps, so the last hits at this point are about equal. Enigma's doing better.
Yeah.
So he's got 9 and 5 now. Lots of denies so far. He'll be pretty happy. The other lane I'm really scared about is Weehaw. His puck is insanely scary, and that is something you got to be really careful of. He's at 16 and 3 versus Evoker's 10 and 1, so doing really good here too.
Well, it did seem like he was having a really nice time in game number 1 on his Batrider, though, and then he kind of fell off a little bit. Are we also concerned about that?
I don't think Puck is like a little bit more controlly. Like Batrider, you have to be kind of careful how you initiate and stuff like that. Puck, like you can just do so much more on Puck if you're a really, really good player. And Weehaw's obviously been very talented for a long time, so I'm more scared about Puck, especially his rotations and how often they're up, because you have built-in mobility, you know?
That's
like your right-click and your spells, and you have ulti, and it's like you just, you know, if he goes like Earn into Witchblade or something, I'm a little scared for these early rotations.
Top lane, I have to say Aramis is doing a great job here, just constantly throwing out the fissures to try to protect Toby, though it does have to be a little bit careful because he is taking a decent amount of damage, giving Miracle, of course, the Jingu stacks. Do have a slight pause, though, coming out from Toby. I guess there's a little bit of lag. But, yeah, we got the bottle online for Puck, so that seems to be going pretty nicely.
Yeah, he'll be fine there. Yep, pretty much even in the mid lane. Off lane, only 5 last hits for Death Prophet, actually. That's pretty disadvantageous for Viking. Toby's struggling here a little bit, but that's just because Kuro's done a good job zoning, I guess. And Urchika can only do so much, basically. Like if he's, I don't know, some like ranged 4 with nukes or something, you can help keep Clockwork away from him. But fissure blocking doesn't work super well when a clock is a melee hero and already on top of your opponent. So until Death Prophet hits like level 3 and gets another Spirit Siphon and more lifesteal, it's a little bit hard for him to trade advantageously here. And now that Miracle's picked up Jingu Mastery stacks, like it gets even harder. It's got to worry about getting harassed down.
I will say that Toby has not died, though. There have been a couple times in that lane where there's just been so much harass where it looked like he might go down, but Aramis holding those fissures for just the right moment to go and just block them away from his core over here. So it does
Yeah,
feel
that can be tough.
a little bit better, but it's definitely hard, right? You don't have the regular kind of escapes built into a Death Prophet. She's just a bit fast, but can definitely be held in place. Bottom lane, a little bit of harass here over onto Celery. Does have himself that salve, though, is absolutely fine, as Shad does get forced away a little bit as well. There's a rotation over here from the side. Nice dodge away here from Wee. Aramis is here, though. The fissure comes out, the EMP connecting, but they don't have the detection right here as Kuro's making his way over. The body blocks are coming out from Weehaw because they'd like to try to turn this around, get themselves a kill. The Waning Rift comes out, and not quite enough here to get that kill, but Aramis will go down. Kuro holding this Invoker in place over here for a little bit longer.
Kuro's getting so much value out of his hero so far this game.
That is very nicely played by Miracle, realizing that there was no support there to help out this time.
Yeah, Earthshaker left the lane at about 3:30 there to go help secure the rune and then do all this fighting. And naturally, when you rush boots immediately afterwards, yeah, you're gonna be able to run down the Death Prophet with the Orb of Venom there and the boots advantage. So Death Prophet picks up a Wind Lace to help offset this a little bit, but yeah, this is the problem. Miracle's level 5, Death Prophet is almost level 3. Good luck. It's gonna be harder than last game because the difference is that Death Prophet is a little bit more of a like hero that needs to stay alive to contribute damage, and obviously support DP can work, but like
I feel like most heroes need to stay alive to give damage first.
They do, but they have to stay alive and cast spells. Death Prophet just needs to initially cast spells and then stay alive while it just continues to do more damage. It's slightly different, promise.
Another Spirit Siphon being thrown out on Miracle. So they're just trying to get a couple assets here for Toby. It's been a bit difficult, like you said.
So the difference mostly is that Puck can like contribute to ganks and things like that a lot simpler than Death Prophet. You throw your nukes and then you can disengage, but Death Prophet has to like stand there and stay alive kind of a thing. So you know, if you get 2 out lane, this could be really tough.
I mean, is this
more
why
passive carry? It'd be fine.
Is this why we've been seeing a lot of Death Prophet 5? Because, you know, you're just really there for, you know, the big thing is the silence, obviously, and then the exorcism. But if you go down, it's all right. Haven't seen a lot of the off-lane Prophet too much. Aramis, though, trying to fissure block here over onto Miracle. They'll chase him back. Enchant Totem, in comes Boom. This is looking like a dead monkey. Down he goes. Over in the mid lane, GH fighting with Celery here. They'll use the Dream Coil. He's going to be leashed up. Just trying to get some of this attention here from the creeps, hoping that maybe he'll get lucky, but nope, Weehaw collects the final hit.
Uh-oh, 2 urns being built. We'll see if they find out in time. The Brewmaster isn't there yet. He's still 300 gold short, but you can see them both having it. Like, a lot of players are just getting urn by itself, and it's not that if it's like Spirit Vessel, it's kind of scary, but...
Boom. Nice tornado, buys him a little bit more time, has the Ghost Walk. They have the Dust, though. They'll turn back around. Can they turn this? They should be able to get the kill onto Kuro. You can see he really would love to get this kill over here on Boom. He throws out the Orb. He's going to try to jump forward here. Does manage to find him a couple more clicks. Should be able to do the trick, and down goes Boom. Top lane 2, Toby left alone. Looks like Miracle will back off.
Miracle's just playing this really good. He runs at Toby. Toby asks you Spirit Siphon, then Miracle just runs away, and he's like, sucker, now you gotta wait 40 seconds to do that again. And now Death Prophet is just at range using Crypt Storm to last hit, which is, that's gonna be his life here. Crow spots him out a little briefly, but Death Prophet has picked up some levels now, level 5, so gotten a lot closer to matching what Miracle's advantage is in the laning stage.
Just having some of these supports taking some levels there in that middle lane for the time being.
If you're taking a look at the last hits in the off lane yet for Nigma, 49 and 16 versus the 29 and 10 of Lifestealer.
Oof.
That's bad. That's not good, guys.
Top lane, Weehaw. They're looking for Toby, but they're not going to be able to find him. Or are they? Oh, last second, he manages to teleport out.
Oh, I thought he got him. I thought he got him.
See you later, suckers.
Good escape. Downside, it was base, so he's going to have to run all the way back, but the wave's not quite pushed anyway, so not the biggest deal.
Uh-oh, GH, Spurb, stunned up, no mana, does have just enough to be able to run away over to Celery, who throws down the Cinder Brew. and gets the kill. The follow-up coming up, though, from Wee. Look at the silence off over here onto Boom. They've already used the dust as well, so they'll grab him up here in the cogs, trying to find the safe. Nicely done here from the lifesteal. He gives him just enough HP. Ghost Squad comes out, doesn't matter. He still is going to go down, but Kuro also to fall. So over on the side, Miracle Man fighting as much as he can. Down goes Celery. And now Aramis trying to run away. Miracle says, come back here. He'll take another kill. Thank you. And that'll be it.
And I had like a 4-second window there where I was like, Lifestealer is the best carry I've ever seen. And then after he used Infest, he just kept attacking, and I was like, oh, he's actually completely useless right now. He did nothing other than heal his mid laner for 400 HP. That was it.
It could have been clutch.
It was,
but
I mean, it wasn't. It was a great play, but and it definitely bought time for Invoker to almost survive. That would have been a 6 save if he got through it.
This is a bit of a chase there over in the top lane. We got so many things happening everywhere right now as they've been trying to go after Toby dove a bit too far on here. Needs to be careful. Weehaw, they're looking. They find it.
The rocket that changed it.
Why did he chase so far, Purge? He was doing plenty of damage to the tower. He just started tunnel visioning on Kuro.
I don't think it was terrible that he dove like that. Like, yeah, maybe he could have stayed on the tower and helped guarantee it, but you got to get kills to accelerate. I don't blame him. I would have gone for that too. I would go for a lot of really bad plays too. Not saying that one was bad, but it was fine. It's fine. Force a rotation from Puck. He's still got okay net worth. They need to make stuff happen, basically. There's a 5k net worth at 10 minutes. This means you're going to lose the game if you don't fix this. So, yeah, they got to work on it.
Celery still sitting at level 5, doesn't have a split, and Miracle will happily take that kill. Although there's a rotation coming out here. Boom. Get the denial off on the ward. GH. Giggling to himself, probably.
One feels bad. That was a lot of experience. Could have been.
Could have been. Alas, 'twas not.
So, let's see if they can stabilize, I guess. Enigma easily won his lane. Picked up Necro 1, queuing up Blink Dagger immediately afterwards so that he can actually pressure the map with some nice black holes. His levels are just okay, sitting at level 8. On the other side of the map, Viking will shift and take top. Lifestealer going basically the same build as last game. Orb Corrosion, Phase Boots, lots of Feast levels, going into Armlet, but for now, Nigma's pressuring the mid lane. And
gets used in the bottom lane as they jump on the Invoker. He's leashed up. He's not going to survive this. It's a little surprised that they went for both of the ultimates there.
It's worth it. I mean, that's the mid hero, right? And the crazy thing is that they didn't even commit full heroes. That was what I didn't see how they got to the bottom lane, but the fact that they were killing mid, showing Enigma and the Monkey King, and then they also got a kill on a core bottom, was just like they're min-maxing, right? Like they were basically calling Vikings bluff, saying like, oh yeah, we're gonna have all of our heroes min in case the fight happens, but they're like, no, we don't need that. We're gonna go gank bottom them in time. So it's just a super sick move that kills the tier 2 tower at 11 minutes. This is insane. Like they're gonna take Shrine. No more experiences coming to Viking. Their Brewmaster just picks up 6 and can finally get in this game. Like, they have to do so much to win this.
Uh-oh, Aramis. He's going to try to run away. They go and they use the Exorcism. Weeha's facing off over on the side. They're not paying attention, though, as the Brew Split does get committed. They've got their eyes over onto Miracle. Kuro trying to buy a little bit more time. Miracle, he's sitting so very low. They don't have the final hit. He does have a little bit of that Urn Charge on him. It's not going to be enough, though. Mind Control over on the side. Oh, there it is. He manages to land it. Down he goes, and over on the side, they'll turn their attention now to Kuroki. He will also fall.
See, it doesn't matter if you're losing. Sometimes you just got to run at your opponents there. The crucial moment, I think, was the fact that they caught the Monkey King midair with the Tornado. That hero takes damage. You're not going to be getting away from fights, and all of the damage on Viking is very like mobile based. So like, it's not like he can just ulti and fight to the death or something like that. Getting that kill was huge. Now you're still getting stomped though, but they'll get closer.
Well, they get a Wee proving why he's so scary on this Puck. He just gets a solo kill on Boom, and look at the side of Viking. They're running away. They don't want to deal with Weehaw here.
It's like the perfect Weehaw hero, honestly. He can just be so aggressive, get things done, and exert his really high mechanical skill. It's like he just thinks faster in some of these moments. I don't know what it is, but he's just very good at these like constant engagement top like heroes.
Toby. I'm not even sure what happened down there, but down he goes. Wee is just poking away, prodding. Aramis is caught up over here in the cause. Petri makes it so he can't do anything here. They'll turn their attention back around to Kuro. Wee has also here, though, with that waning rift. The silence comes out. Oh no, this Invoker is already died. Nice save, though, from Shad. They turn back around, but this egg, they need to be so careful. It's got the alacrity. They can just take down GH, but Boom also to fall now. Kuro chasing over into the tree lines. He's gonna get taken out as he's got to be slippery here, and he should be able to just duck away no problem. Although Celery hot on his heels, trying to get there a little bit faster. Does manage to place off that urn charge as Toby joining into the fight now. Does have the Spirit Siphon, doesn't have the silence though. So Wee's absolutely fine.
Oh, he's got 10 kills at 13 minutes into the game.
Yeah.
Man, this is a really weird game. The amount of map pressure they put on is just insane. And they just have utter control of the enemy jungle. Like, this is a safe place to farm for Earthshaker. It's right in front of his tier 3. Nothing else is going to feel great for them.
Toby trying to man fight here with the puck. Does have the Spirit Siphon, but there's a lot of damage. Plus that, down goes the Death Prophet. The Spirit Vessel ticks also coming in handy against that.
He is like, he's got to be like one of the most terrifying pucks I've ever seen. The amount of stuff that he gets done. How are you in a place for all these kills? He's been in 12 of his team's 16 kills. That's actually insane how much he's gotten done this game.
He's definitely the pressure right now. He's scaring all of the side of Viking. Anytime they show up, they immediately run away. They don't want to have to deal with them. And we have yet to see a black hole, too. They have a lot of these tools that are just terrifying coming out from the side of Nigma.
It's the cool thing about the Necro build on Enigma. You don't really need Black Hole all the time because you're like multi-purpose, right? You win the lane because you're denying creeps and you have overwhelming damage. And then you get Necro so that you can continue to farm fast, get mana regen, raw HP, and pressure even harder. So you become this like pushing hero that also has really strong team fight. It's not just about Black Hole anymore. So even though he hasn't Black Holed yet, it's fine. He's got Blink. He can use Malefice. Malefice is really effective as well at getting kills. And then good luck winning late game because you also have Black Hole Midnight Pulse.
Shad's courier, that was his armlet. No. That's disastrous for this Lifestealer. Bottom lane, it looks like they should be able to go finally get themselves a pick off on Miracle, but feels kind of like a consolation prize right now. Seller even throwing out the tips. Damn, dude.
That's worth it for a courier kill in exchange, I guess. So if they can just slow down, well, I mean, Miracle's not going to slow down much. He's already got Ags, but the pressure is certainly massive. Vision not the best for Nigma right now, but they just have such net worth advantage. I don't know if it's that big of a deal. Oh, look at the net worths. Lifestealer's like crawling towards where Enigma is.
Yeah.
They're just not equal at all.
He's definitely behind here, and especially with that armlet going down, it's going to make things much more difficult. Ags completed for the Monkey King. They're going to teleport up to this top tower. Feels like they're trying to make some sort of plays. Meteor Hammer is completed as well for the Phoenix. But they're hanging out in the pit here.
And Miracle gonna cheese the Roche here and spawn all of the little clones, and they're gonna attack Roche, and you can kind of kite him back and forth a little bit to stay alive.
All right, the Blink Dagger did just get pick up from the Earthshaker, although they need to be careful. They can't afford to lose Shad. They are trying to hide. Kuro. I don't think they get in here. Yeah, they're not going to take it. All right, it's just going to be Miracle who's getting himself this Aegis. Easy peasy.
Really hard to contest it. You can do this. The nice thing about being... Oh.
Not as bad as no tail killing Thompson, I will say, but...
That's true, that's true. Hey, there's still time. You never know.
There still is. Oh boy, I don't want to see the threads after that.
Utter map control here. That's going to make... Monkey King is certainly like one of the more vulnerable of the high net worth heroes, so giving him an Aegis just puts him in a really safe position here as he continues to farm. This is not a game that I want to play brew support in, for sure. You don't... Like, it can work, certainly, because you can still apply your skills and do your split, but if you aren't team fighting, the hero's just going to feel weak, and the problem is that as the game continues, Brewmaster doesn't feel as effective, because you don't have those like instant initiations that somebody like an Earthshaker would, for example.
Ooh, Death Prophet, Toby, the jump forward from Mind Control Miracles here. Toby trying to hide here in the tree line. He's not going to be able to, though. He is pincered upon, plus the Rocket Flare. They've got the Vision. Spirit Siphon doing a decent amount to try to keep him alive, and it seems like he's juking pretty well. But at the end of the day, I do believe that Toby is going to fall. Slowly but surely, down he goes. Now, the question is, can they make a play knowing that they're down in the bottom lane? In fact, it looks like they're going to try to do some plays here over onto Kuro, but Wee is here, and he is absolutely terrifying because Celery, he's all silenced up. He's not going to be able to do anything. Followed up with the Fisher, the pushback over on the lifesteal. He needs to be careful. The Meteor Hammer's getting dropped here by GH as they'll disengage.
That's the other problem playing support Brewmaster is that you're against the puck, and his burst damage and silence disable is going to be enough usually at the right moments to prevent you from getting your split off. So just really difficult for Celery to have a good game from here on out.
And that feels
I do like that Death Prophet's like pushing out side lanes and stuff, but eventually you are going to get punished in moments like this. But
it definitely feels bad when you consider the fact that they didn't have the full squad there and they still weren't able to get anything done on the side of Viking.
they weren't perfectly positioned is one thing though. Like they had some heroes low ground, some high, so.
Smoke broke on that, and that is revealing that Earthshaker has his Blink Dagger now. And a special delivery inside, of course.
Let's see how that initiation worked, but normally what you want to do is fissure first, because then your smoke's not going to break, you can guarantee the disable, then you blink initiate afterwards, so that they can't defend themselves. But so him removing that was pretty powerful, actually.
We'll see. There's a fissure. All right, they'll open up. The fast bomb comes out, but it's off the mark. Followed up with the Dream Coil over onto 3. This is looking really nice. The hook shot comes in. Kuro, mind control. There it is. There's the black hole. They're going to be able to go and drag in Aramis, and it's looking like Toby's not going to be long for this world as down he goes. Beautifully done. Celery getting the split off, of course, but what is he going to do? He's just going to become more cannon fodder over here. Miracle having a good time being a monkey. Jumps down over onto Celery. The follow-up, follow with the kill from Wee.
It was a great fissure.
The tips.
But the blink was off target. He was a little bit too far away, and the aftershock stun follow-up was not there, and therefore you lost your kill. And then it was just counter initiation city. So rough one for Viking, but there, I mean, they're so far behind already. Here comes the fissure. See his blink. He was really far away. That was like the max limit of fissure, and that was just a blink distance issue. Like fissure goes 1400 range, blink is only 1200. So if he's at the max fissure, he was not likely to be able to catch up in time there. So a little bit of a tough one. They found the opportunity, but against really good players, those margins are sometimes really small. You got to be careful.
You can see their faces of focus during that entire time too. Got to feel pretty good if your mind control feels like they just delivered themselves on a platter to you, right?
They certainly did in that circumstance, especially near the Roche pit. And just look how Nigma's sitting constantly. They're sitting in all lanes, by trees, waiting for opportunities.
Dream Coil got used again over here on Boom. Use the dust. Hookshot doesn't quite connect. Shad. Oh, there's an Echo Slam on the back lines. Can they clean them up fast enough, though, is the question. Yes, GH will go down. Kuro next to fall, but there's a lot of damage over here on the ground as Boom also falls. Aramis will be next. And now Shad forced to run away. Weeha over on the low ground. He's ready to go right back in at any moment. He has finished up that Witchblade as well. Tower goes down top.
Only supports, unfortunately. Echo Slam was great. The silence follow-up was excellent. They clean up all the heroes that they wanted to, but they actually still lost Invoker. I did not catch that one. It looks like Weehaw cleaned him up after he re-engaged.
It feels like a multi-pronged attack a lot of the times coming out with this draft, particularly from Nigma here. It just, every angle seems to be covered, which makes it very, very difficult. And I feel bad for Boom. I feel like Boom has not really had much of a game this time around. He got a bit bodied by Wee, to put it nicely. And then every time he shows up on the map, he's just being hunted constantly.
Yeah. It wasn't just Wee, it was that Kuro ganked mid as well. Kuro pressured mid knowing that his lane was pretty much secured already. So he did a great job.
Oh, how do you make this move? They'll jump forward here. The follow-up with the fissure. Dream Coil's going to get used. Silent Shad trying to buy a little bit more time as it's a bit of a split fight as Miracle over on the back end here with Weehaw. Nice deafening blast. It's going to be the egg coming through. It looks like they're going to have to just leave behind the Death Prophet. Toby just can't do anything because they can't approach the egg. Weehaw jumping forward again. Waning Rift just still trying to put enough damage over here on Boom. But he has retreated into his base as it looks like this tower belonging to the side of the Dire.
Yep, they'll finally clean it up. Their tower pressure is not the best. Monkey King's okay at sieging, but not incredible. So that's the only reason things have gone a little slow here. But I mean, Vikings getting some kills, but it's a lot of supports. Not necessarily what you're looking for. 5 deaths on Kuro, 3 deaths on Monkey King, 3 deaths on Phoenix. That's about all they got. Puck's 13-0-5, collecting more and more items to lower his chance of ever dying and giving his opponents that beautiful bounty. So, I don't know. They're just turtled. There's not much else they can do right now.
Feels like a total reversal. Not a total reversal, but definitely a shift. Like game 1, we saw that Nigma, they couldn't leave the base at all. They just were absolutely trapped, and now we're seeing kind of a little bit of a flip. They are venturing out over on the side of Viking a little bit more. They're trying to find these opportunities, but it's just becoming harder and harder to get them as Toby needs to be so careful walking up over onto the high ground there.
They're smoking bottom at least. Maybe they can grab.
Oh, the Echo Slam. Can they take down Mind Control? It looks like they'll be able to, so they don't have to worry about that black hole.
Nice grab.
Can they get anything more off?
Pays off big time. They probably won't want to bother, I assume. I mean, they're gonna. The most important thing they're getting right now is reset time.
Ooh, the hook shot over onto Aramis. This is gonna be a dead Earthshaker. As they follow up, though, they have the Exorcism. They're gonna try to chase down Kuro here. There's no mana left on him, so he should be next to fall. And they have their eyes over on the side, over onto Weeha, but he's very difficult to get a hold of here. In fact, he might actually just turn this right back around again over onto the Death Prophet. So he's gonna have to go use that orb. You can see Miracle standing over on the trees, keeping an eye out. We'll talk back again for that Invis rune. So a little bit of a pick, but...
Yeah. A little surprised they went for it, but they did get Viking to use a lot of resources. Kuro was going to die there once he hookshotted, but once again, Puck gets more net worth and their opponents are busy. I mean, not having Exorcism now is pretty good. But mostly what they're getting from these moments is they're getting time to ward and deward is a big thing. They get to get a little bit more map control. They get to farm a little bit more when they get these pickoffs. So even though they committed Echo Slam to kill Enigma in the first place, absolutely worth it if you're getting time to finally get on the map.
Celery, he is just easy pickings for Wii.
It really is. Slap him a bit, do the silence when he gets to half HP, clean him up, easy kill. Pops Invis going top though. Shad recognizes it's been top too long.
No. He's gonna have to pop out, but...
Yeah, he's fine.
Wee's got to feel pretty good about that, right? The fact he just ran so far, so fast. Toby, though, the hook shot comes out from Kuro. That is one dead witch.
Kuro's doing an excellent job this game. Just always there at the right time to land hook shots. 3, 6, and 17. He's been targeting Toby a lot.
He has indeed. It's been very difficult for this Death Prophet to do much of anything. They managed to go. They've got so much damage on Boom, and he still is just going to fall as Miracle leaping now into the base. Trying to put pressure on these towers. How do you get in there? Is my question. Look at the little monkeys over here on the side. Celery, he can't do anything. Look at that. The spirits just slow him down, and they just clean him up. Fissure gets thrown out. Slow death is the most painful one, Purge, and I don't know how they get in here.
That's really hard. Certainly not with 2 heroes dead. They don't have Echo Slam until now, so they have an option, but they're not going to get that clumped up. Look at the positioning. Miracle's going to sit way in the front. He's got BKB to protect himself. Nobody else is going to be close to him. And he'll just take everything. Go back, buy some time, maybe snag Roche, which is up, and then come back and take another Rax.
All right, well, it's up to Viking to figure out the angle now. How do you get out of your base and make things happen? Roche is up. Don't know if they realize this, but it is very scary every time that you're facing off with a team that has an Enigma, because you can go in, you can get a beautiful Echo Slam, the rest of the team comes running in, and then all of a sudden you're just counter-initiated.
It's pretty scary here. They're moving a little bit, but not much. I think the Lifestealer's done pretty good this game, though. Shad's sitting at 5-0-3. He's just been really difficult to kill. It's got to make his opponents. And the fact that he also counts as a save while being a carry is pretty cool. And it's a lot better than Healing Ward in a lot of ways, because it's instant, right? So gives you those opportunities. The Prophet thinking about ulting. All right, they're going in.
Toby, I have the vision, though. The egg comes through, and they're going to be able to separate this fight just so nicely as the egg coming out from GH should be allowed to go off. Celery trapped over in the cogs. This Death Prophet, she was sliving for quite a while. Celery's just ticking down. Down it goes. Buyback now from the Death Prophet. They want to try to go in for this fight over here on the side. You can see the Earthshaker trying everything he can just to hold him down, but there's too much damage coming out. Miracle getting the kill, jumping over onto the trees, just hunting Boom relentlessly. Nice deafening blast buys him just a little bit more time. He's trying to just buy more space here for Shad. Boom, it's not looking super great for him. There's just too much damage. It's a triple kill down for Miracle. And Shad, oh no, it's not looking good for this guy at all. Do they go? Yes, they commit the black hole. They're like, you're going nowhere. GG gets called. Viking, they have had enough, and Nigma shows up.
Yes, that is basically what Nigma expects.